But yeah, basically, I watched the DeSantis debate. I seen the Chris debate. Everything of the sort. DeSantis is pretty quick on his feet. Chris got him in a couple of situations where, asked him if he's going to run for governor again. His stance on abortion he didn't really get to. Some of the trans stuff.
What do you say? What do you say about running for governor or president?
Yeah, it was actually kind of funny. He kind of threw a jab at him. He asked him once before, didn't answer it. Then he brought it up again. Chris did, and since he's the only old donkey that I'm trying to get out of office or not get into office is you, and I'm completely going against you. He called him out. And then, Chris, you're name calling. No one's going to, it's that pussy shit, But I thought he was quick. I thought he was on his feet. I thought everything was pretty good on his end.
Yeah, he's something else, it seems like, in that regard. He's real, you see his press conferences and this and that.
He's sharp.
He's just sharp that way. But do you think the debate format is still kind of something we need? Yeah, it just seems outdated.
They only give 60 seconds for a rebuttal.
Why do we do it that way? It just
doesn't
seem like it makes sense.
It should be a 3-hour thing. A 3-hour thing.
And it's open battle between two of them. None of that moderator shit.
Yeah, I don't want there to be an audience.
No.
I want it just to be. And I did notice.
I want it to be civil, and they handle it on stage. And whoever's better speaker, bro, it's gonna shine through every time. And
it was different
literally
too.
Like anything else.
DeSantis and Chris, they were literally on the podium on two separate sides, right? One moderator in the middle, off the stage. And the Newsom dollar debate for California, those two were literally. These two are sitting at a table I'm here with him.
Yeah.
And then there's two moderators right across. So it's a little different that way.
That's strange.
California.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was different that way. So
one party state.
Yeah. No, I just don't like it. It should be 3 hours. It really should. You're just looking for punchlines. You're looking for something that will just stick.
That's what it rewards. And it should have never turned into that. And that's why I personally hate the debate form they do it, because even last election, dude, it's honestly hilarious how hard they try to slant it for one way.
Oh,
and you know which way it is.
Yeah.
It was hilarious watching
it
Trump.
It should be a 3-hour thing. It should be.
Trump tore him up.
Yeah.
Every debate.
Because they probably would have showed a lot more. I want to see Biden actually form coherent sentences and actually do Trump
dude,
too. If he rambles and he sounds idiotic,
he can talk 8 hours. Biden could talk maybe an hour, and I bet at one point he's going off the hinges.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
No way. If it was 2 hours, whatever they do, I know it's longer probably than an hour, but that 15 or 60 second format that they do, or 2 minutes, it's so bad. They need to solve it another way.
Yeah, I just don't understand. It's just so short. They literally give them 60 seconds to explain their point, and then 30 seconds for a rebuttal. So you can't rebuttal in 30 seconds. That's just not even a thing. You need time to actually formulate.
Get a concept down. It might take you 5 minutes, and you fucking.
Yeah, how do you even for abortion? How do you can't explain your abortion stance in 30
Something
seconds.
so complex that we can't figure out for 50 years. They're trying to solve.
Cram it in 30 seconds. Yeah. No,
that's weird. It'll always be a part of it, obviously, debate, but I would rather them just go up there and them literally just talk about their platform. They could bring a big whiteboard or something like that. I don't know, whatever creative way you want to do it that captivates people. It should be more open on that end of it, not just okay, we got moderated questions. Where do the questions come from?
Yeah,
probably the news media.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is with the crowd and stuff. In the DeSantis Chris debate, DeSantis is giving his closing remark in a minute, and these people are literally shouting "liar" at him from the crowd and shit. You don't hear anything for the Chris. You don't hear anything like that. It's dude, you can't even let the man speak. Even if you don't like it, just let him speak.
Where'd they hold it? Do they hold it in each state, kind of, or how's that?
Oh yeah, it's in each state.
Yeah.
I think.
What's interesting?
I think the California one was in Sacramento. The Florida one was in St. Petersburg, maybe something like that.
And they're just in some boring boardroom.
No, they're in a conference center.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So.
Or yeah, that's what I'm sorry. Auditorium.
Yeah.
You watched the other one too, the Fetterman and Oz one.
Yeah, that one was fun.
I seen a lot of clips of that one too.
That was
and
horrible.
I looked at a good amount of it, and
I'm slanted. I do like DeSantis, so I already had a predisposition towards Chris, because Chris already ran for governor once and he won.
I remember.
He was governor. He was the attorney general, so on and so forth.
Career hat.
Yeah, but I mean, so I'm obviously slanted one way. I really am not a fan of Dr. Oz. I think he's kind of fake. Didn't even really live in Pennsylvania, whatever.
Yeah, he's
but Fetterman, oh my god, he's like a mini Biden to me. Dude, I had a stroke. I feel bad. I really do.
Yeah, he should be recuperating and resting, not running for office trying to run something when he's already not in good health.
Dude, he had to use closed captioning. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. No,
behind the moderators, they literally had it closed caption.
And it was probably saying what he was meant to say.
No. It's just saying what the questions were. Oh. How do you feel about X, Y, and Z? And it would say, how do you feel about X, Y, and Z? And it would
I see.
But
How old is he? 50s, 60s?
I think 60s. But like you listen to him, the one point everyone's been saying that I've seen is the fracking. I love fracking. I support fracking. I love fracking.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's so bad.
Dude,
like I want someone, like if you're a senator, bro, you need to be quick. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to be quick on your feet. You're able to like
he's not
formulate full sentences. He's not there. Like he had a stroke. I'm not saying that's his fault or someone else's fault, but at the same time, he had a stroke.
When a country starts picking the physically and mentally weakest people to run their country, it's going downhill. Like these people aren't built for this.
And some people will say, well, that's just ableist. Like he had a stroke. How are you going to hold that against him? Okay. Do you really? So am I going to draft someone that's in a fucking wheelchair? Yeah. Are we going to send someone in a wheelchair to a fucking battlefield?
Right.
Like, if you're a senator, you need, like, might be times where you're in session and you have to talk for hours.
Yeah.
And you're stuttering over your words. You're mumbling. You're traveling.
You're
he's MPA, so he's not. I mean, it's not terribly far from DC, but you're still got to travel. You know, like, what are you going to do?
Dudes like that, dude, it's honestly just incredible. Like, the way they try to frame it, too, it's just like, oh, they're alright. Like, oh, you're ableist. Like, it's like, dude, we're just realistic. Like, why would you pick someone that literally is not physically or mentally capable to do the job? Like, I'm not an idiot. Yeah. Like, I can see that. If you can't see that, you obviously have a problem.
And that's, like, the thing, like, even California, between Dollar and Newsom. I don't like Newsom, but Newsom was a lot quicker than Dollar was. Newsom was very, like, quick on his feet, can formulate very well. He speaks very well.
Yeah. He's like Obama 2.0. But he's actually young and he could do it. Like Biden's past his prime, Hillary, all them. Yeah. You know, this guy.
He's their best shot, and I've said that before in other podcasts. He's going to be the one that. Yeah,
that's their only hope.
No, it's the only hope. Because when I seen him, I was like, okay, I can actually like maybe. I'm not saying I agree with everything that you're saying, but you're much quicker than this other guy who's talking.
You know what my opinion is though as well. Being the governor of a big state like that, or like Texas or Florida, like even Ohio, you know, it's 14 million people. Dude, like you're basically like a president in a way. And California, I think they got like 40 million people.
Oh, it's
like
that.
That's a good gig in a sense. Like you're the executive, you're the president of like the biggest, most powerful state that's more powerful than other countries, and it's a state.
Yeah.
Like they have more GDP, military, all that. That really like blows my mind when I think about it in that sense.
And then you have like a governor of like Rhode Island, Connecticut.
Yeah, right. Like
even
which is impressive because he got 500 or a million people to vote for him and a majority. That's like Holland, low key.
Yeah.
You know, it's not law of large numbers.
They do like him there. Yeah. They like him, and that's the thing. Like, but again, that's like what those people want. So like I respect it. Like they have a different way of lifestyle than like we do. But you also have to think like they're in a different geographical area than we are. They have different kind of jobs than we do.
Yep. Different lives, different what is it? Different folks, different strokes.
Yeah. Different folks, different strokes.
Different strokes, different folks.
That's funny. But yeah, I mean, but back to the Fetterman Oz thing. Fetterman just looked fucking sluggish. It was pretty awful. Oz.
Yeah. Oz is smooth.
He's smooth. He's a doctor. He's educated. He could talk. But I mean, do I think he's a little crooked? Yeah, probably.
I'm not a fan of him by any means, but if the better guy has to win that I have to vote for, it's gonna be that guy, man. And that just goes for either way. If Fetterman was on his ball, like fucking nice, not off his rock like he was, I'd vote for him over someone that's a Republican that was similar to him. Yeah. Like that's common sense.
Yeah.
I want someone fit, even if it's a fucking someone I wouldn't normally vote for. You're gonna vote for the better guy, which is rare.
Yeah.
Because usually they're both stinking piles of you know what.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that debate is interesting. I wonder how the debates are gonna go this next presidential one. Even like I don't know what the field's looking like. What do you think? Like take a stab at it at this point. We got midterms in what 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
What's it gonna look like?
You want my honest answer?
Yeah, I think they're taking Trump out.
Yeah,
it's done.
I think DeSantis, when I seen the debate and I just seen how DeSantis
when they put the power behind him, it's over.
Yeah.
He's gone.
I just don't want Trump to run. First he's just too old.
Too much baggage.
He's too old. He had his time, whatever. DeSantis gives you your best shot. He's a little bit more moderate Republican. He's not uber crazy like Trump is. So my best guess is it's probably going to be Newsom. Gotta hope for the Democrats.
Kamala's going to be in there.
I know, but
Pete.
Mayor Pete would play to a different population, different cohort, but I think it's going to be Newsom, DeSantis, and I think it's going to be tough. But I do think we're going to win the House. Republicans are going to win the House, but I think we're going to lose the Senate. That'd be my guess. Because I think Fetterman wins in PA. I think...
You think he's going to win in PA?
Yeah, I think so. I think Fetterman's gonna win.
No way.
I think
That debate had to have dropped some percentages.
I don't think so.
That's sad.
I don't think so, dude. They're just different there, you know.
Dude, that doesn't make no sense to me. Those are a bunch of fucking hardworking, like normal people.
But you got to
These
think
people-
Democrats are notoriously union people, and they are unionized to the fucking T over there. So I think the Senate is probably going to go. My guess is probably Democrat. House is going to get swept Republican. I think.
Yeah,
No
definitely.
chance.
There's red waves all over Arizona, Carrie Lake.
Yeah.
I think she's blowing the numbers out. Like
Yeah.
she's up like 60-40. She's talking about the border, all the shit
Yeah.
no one wants to talk about.
Right.
But yeah, I think you're right on that sense. It's definitely gonna be them. I mean, dude, Biden might want to run again, but he's looking worse and worse. I know
Yeah.
we say this damn near every other episode talking about Biden's health, but dude, someone do something. Like this dude cannot continue. We are on a bad
Did
path.
you just see he said about the student loans? Oh, I already passed it in Congress by 2 votes. It's like, bud. No, you didn't. That's why it's in all this legal
Bro.
stuff. Like right now, trust me, bud.
Bro.
I've been following.
Bro.
What are you doing?
Like, dude, get it together. All I want is some cheap energy prices, okay? Not getting hit over the head with groceries, gas, obviously. Just cheap everything, dude. Why can't they just, like, I'll vote for that every time. I don't care.
Yeah.
You can say what you want. I
Yeah.
don't care,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Everything affects all of us.
Like I said,
we
the
start doing dumb shit, it affects all of us.
The abortion shit really threw a wrench in a lot of stuff. That's what I
Yeah,
think.
but not as bad as I think people think.
No, I think it's gonna go. Dude, you gotta think. I watched 4 different debates every single time, and it's crazy. They all have the same rebuttal comment. Republicans want to take away a woman's right to choose. They don't have any exceptions for incest or rape or anything like that. Chris said it. Newsom said it. Fetterman said it. All of these people said it. Like, they're all on the same wave. And they know it's going to hit home with voters. And people are going to vote with their heart, just like any other reasonable person would. And I think it's going to throw the Republicans for a whirl, because that's not the hill you should die on.
This is the thing though, what's the rebuttal to that? For me, the rebuttal to that is definitely, well, you guys wanted to exclude everyone from society for not taking the shot that clearly is causing issues and a bunch of problems for people. So
Yeah, no one wants to talk about that, though.
no one ever says that.
Yeah.
Not even the
Like,
right
if you
wing
have the right to choose, like, whether you have, like, and we've said this before, I'm 100% pro-choice.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Do what you want.
I don't care how you get it out, if you want it out, why you want to get it out. I don't care.
Well, Tim
If that's your form of birth control, cool with me, dude. I don't care.
Yeah.
I really don't. I support you in that.
Yeah.
You should have autonomy over your own body. But with that,
'Cause if you
I
don't-
shouldn't have to get mandated to get a fucking vaccine.
Yeah.
I shouldn't.
Because if you don't, dude, you're not in control of your own body, and that's when it's over.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah.
Like, and you know what? They've got most people by a chokehold with all the processed foods, the
Mhm.
medicines,
Yeah.
all that stuff, medical stuff. They've really got people in a chokehold. That's
Yeah.
why I think it is your best option to stay healthy, obviously,
Mhm.
and stay out of them places, because they
Oh.
just start poking and prodding. And
Now, I will say, like, there is some, like, there's going to be probably pushback. Well, like, well, if your kid wants to go to school, you should probably get a flu shot. You should probably get, maybe
yeah,
a
there's
polio.
certain shots maybe, but even when I got the flu shot, bro, I would still get the flu sometimes.
Yeah.
Or I would get sick from the shot. So like,
Or, like, measles, mumps,
Yeah.
whatever.
yeah, those are real. Yeah.
I think that's real. And I think that's all perfectly fine. But
Those aren't
the
this
COVID,
shot.
this is not that shot.
No.
This is completely different. But they don't want to. No one wants to talk about that. They don't want to talk about
Hey.
the border. They don't want to talk about any of that.
You know what I heard? Like Catholic schools their admission is just blowing up at this
Yeah.
point because they're not putting up with certain beliefs and things being taught. I think that's hilarious because they were kind of on a slump for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like those numbers started going down,
And then
people
they
started leaving.
ran
Now
up.
they're shooting up.
Like I
And
said,
you
I
know
work-
why it's traditional.
I work at
values.
a public school, and I could see it firsthand. And I went to college, and I seen it
It's
firsthand.
college when it started getting like kind of noticeable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
like because when my sister went to school,
Yeah.
right, I would go like up there and we'd move her in and out,
Yeah.
you'd see campus and this and that, and like this was like Obama years, like it wasn't political, nothing crazy,
no,
right?
it's political now.
No, and then after that, like I just remember you started seeing like just, I mean, not even in a bad way, but you just started seeing different types of people out here.
Yeah.
The way they express themselves and the way they come online and this and that, you're kind of just like, never seen one of you before.
Yeah.
This
I
is
don't really-
different.
Yeah, I don't care.
Live your life.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just fun. but they probably look at other stuff and they're like, look at these weirdos.
You know, they probably look at us. They
Yeah.
probably watch us and
Like,
they
look
feel
how,
like a do not tread on me flag.
yeah, they're like, look how strange this guy is.
Yeah. This guy's just a crazy right-wing bigot.
Yeah, they're
He's
nuts.
just a Republican. Fuck him. You know, all that kind of stuff. That's fine. That's cool. It's okay. I understand. But at the same time, freedom of expression, freedom of speech comes with the freedom of getting
Yeah.
criticized. So, like,
100%.
and don't push that shit on kids.
Hey,
all
and at
that-
the end of the day, we're all Americans. So if we have some common type of shit, team the fuck up.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know?
Because it might come with, you know, Putin and all that kind of stuff. War might be coming.
That's
you
how
know?
you unite this country. Something really bad ends up happening,
Well, yeah.
and then you rally the troops.
Yeah.
That's usually how it goes.
We need, as bad as it is, we need a national travesty because that's the only way we're going to get back.
You know what I think about sometimes, Logan? What if something the magnitude of like 9/11 or like the Pentagon attacks or stuff like that happens like nowadays? Like, what would people do? Like, bro, with all this social media and all this stuff now, dude,
Oh, I think
can you
we-
imagine what it would be? Like, I think Ukraine was a big shot to the system. Remember social media
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
and after Ukraine even? Dude, that was a huge. I remember seeing how much war footage were we looking at a day?
Yeah.
All you seen was war footage.
I remember that
They
one where the
took
plane,
the world
the
over.
fucking jets were flying over the dude's house and they crashed into the house or something.
Yeah, remember? I do
Yeah.
remember that. Hey, and that's how these world events like just take hold. Like, remember, obviously COVID started, right?
Yeah.
And then you just see in the news cycle, and you're like, dude, I'm getting hit with so many statistics, so much info, pictures of dudes,
Yeah.
waiting outside the hospital, and they're like this, and
Yeah.
then. Dude, the Ukraine shit is like the same thing that way. So like, I'd say September 11th obviously was like that.
Well, you gotta
Iraq
think,
War.
Ukraine's not here.
No,
Right? But
right.
if something happened here.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I'm
man.
saying. The
Oh,
American
man.
part of it, like okay, like 9/11 and other big things. What's another Titanic? I don't know, like shit
Yeah.
like that. You know,
Right.
the nuclear bomb, like other.
Yeah, I mean, I
situations.
think social media would blow up, and I think, man, we would be shocked. And something like, dude, they'll have no choice. They would draft us. In a heartbeat.
that war is escalating. It's
Yeah.
getting worse. More people.
I
are
just
getting
seen a New
dragged
York Times article. I think it was yesterday or today, saying, "Oh, it was this morning. I remember this clearly. Get done working out, get out of the steam room, come look at my phone real quick before I go take a shower. I'm looking at it, and it says, the war in Ukraine, or the winter in Russia is coming. But what side of the war will it favor, or something along
Yeah.
those lines?
Yeah.
I didn't read the whole article, but I just seen that, and I was like,
I don't think that their capabilities are like what they.
Russia's
their
under
old
snow like
capabilities
9
are.
months out of the year.
Yeah.
You
A
know,
lot of it.
like,
It could be a bad winter. I think it's gonna be a bad winter here too, but yeah, you never know what's gonna happen. It's gonna favor one side. They're saying they don't think it's Ukraine, from what I read. They don't have that type of stuff, and bro, I think we're depleting our
and
stockpiles.
Putin said Taiwan's a part of China.
Yeah, and did you hear they have like a bunch of Iranians running drones and this and that? I guess we've killed a bunch of Iranians too, dude. It's
And
like
the 101st
the whole
Airborne
thing.
is,
there's a
deployed in-
revolution there. You know, these
Yeah.
things kind of are like a chain.
yeah.
It's
Where was
kind of
100
scary.
The 101st Airborne, I think I sent it to you. Sent it
Yeah,
to me.
they're on
Where-
the border, right?
and where-
Romania.
Romania.
Romania. Yeah.
Mm.
Yep. And dude, Romania is right near I think that one Moldova, and then there's
Moldova.
that little Transnistria I think they call it. It's part of Russia. It's that little pocket,
Yeah.
and that's on the south western side of Ukraine, right? And it's right there. Romania's right there as well, so they kind of like meet.
Mm.
Anything could happen. You know what I mean? It's scary. Like I said, that guy I know he's moving to Georgia, like over
Yeah.
there near Russia. And I was like, bro, like, you sure? Like, you're kind of like putting yourself on the front lines there. Yeah. Like, dude wasn't
He
thinking.
is fine.
I mean, he wants to go there. He's thinking there, Costa Rica or somewhere else. Like, a lot of people are thinking of places more like secluded in a sense, right? And then they have weaker like laws with like they're just kind of safe. You know, that's a big thing. Like, why would you go? You want to be away from everything, right? Why would you go to the front lines of the World War III, technically, like the old Iron Curtain? You never want to put yourself on the fringe that way. Now, you go somewhere in, like, India, somewhere secluded that's not on...
What do you think the sides would be, like, Allied versus Axis, like World War III?
This time?
It would definitely be America.
America, South America, most of them, right?
Yeah.
Cuba would probably side with Russia. We'd probably mop them.
Oh, would you take them out?
Yeah, it'd be different this time.
I'd storm the beach. You know, that's
Nukes are always involved, but yeah, we would take them. It'd be no chance now. But you know what? You can't hold countries like that. They have a history of guerrilla warfare and warfare. You'll never beat a society like that unless you wipe them.
Yeah.
Like straight up.
I think the UK.
Oh yeah, it's us, you, UK.
We gotta talk about the Prime Minister after that. But
Yeah, we'll
keep going.
Europe, obviously the European states. You know, what I mean, most of them that are in NATO, right? We'd have all them. but a lot of them
Canada.
would get, they get probably taken over, or they would, they'd be in the middle of their own fights. It's scary that way, but yeah, I think it'd be them, and India is our boy. We have a thing with Philippines, Japan, South Korea, all them. But then the other side, you know what the other side is: China, Russia. You got probably.
And Russia's so close to Alaska.
Like, yeah, you got China, Russia, and what's the other one? Who else is in BRIC?
Georgia.
No.
Georgia's with them.
No, they're not.
They're not?
They're their own country. They're NATO.
Really?
That's why Russia couldn't do anything further. They did that back in 2008. There's a big
I
war.
didn't know that. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, Belarus.
Oh yeah, that's the war. Right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, Belarus. That's really very minuscule though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they have a lot of African love.
Yeah.
I guess like Russia's big over there. They're putting a lot of money, and so is China.
What about Africa? Any of the African countries?
Like Angola or whatever. You got obviously even like Egypt, and some of those probably count.
No.
I don't know the intricacies of that too well, but I know some of them other Congo. They're in all them countries where they used to be, I think. And they're like they have mercenaries and armies down there, like the Wagner Group. They do a lot of work.
I think we would win though. I'm confident.
I think that's a fight you don't want to fight, bro, because it's just.
I mean, yeah, if you can avoid it, we can. But if
we're the two biggest kids on the block. Russia's not us, but also they're still dangerous. There is 100 million of them, 130 million of them, right? They got a history of being warriors just like us. It'd be bloody, bro.
Yeah.
And you got China on the other side. They take everyone they could. We already talked about the draft in that previous episode, but like, dude, that's definitely the sides. And then you got probably a bunch of little proxy ones that would side with either one as well. Is Mexico our friend, Logan? Who knows what could happen there?
No, they will.
We'd probably make them.
No, I think.
But you don't want to fight an insurgency down there.
No.
You know what I mean?
Well, they're all cartel.
It'd be like Iraq, bro. It'd be a mess.
Yeah.
And I'm not. No.
No, this is why Mexico is gonna stay with the U.S. because Mexico literally fuels. Our drugs.
Yeah.
Fuels it.
And they have oil and all that shit. You know, the most, I think the most mineral rich ground on the earth that's been untapped. Guess where it's at?
Where?
Sinaloa.
Really?
Yes. And they have Chinese doing stuff with like the cartels and this and that. They found like links like in these papers, I think like 2-3 years ago. Yeah. So there's a lot going on down there, but that's who I think.
China scares the fuck out.
South America is probably our boys, most of them, but some of them might be closer to Russia. I'm not sure. Those like, maybe El Salvador, Nicaragua, them types, I think they have good relations with us. But our side's good. Like, you gotta worry about the rest of the world. There'd be proxy wars everywhere.
Yeah. I think it's bound to happen.
Yeah.
We're humans. We're bound to fight one another.
Yeah. Especially two biggest kids on the block. They're always, somebody's gonna take a swing at someone eventually.
Yeah.
Like, and they want our ass, cause you know why? We dismantled them like 30 years ago. And that's why you let them get strong like this again, or even stronger than this. It's a no-go, bro. You can't beat someone down and then let them back up and then let them try to beat your ass again. You keep them down there.
Eventually they might have your number.
Yeah.
Look at the kitty.
Kitty.
The kitty joined.
Get out the way.
He's just looking. Doing his thing. That's awesome. What a crazy
wanted a little fame. Feel it?
Yeah, that's alright. Give him love, drop a like for the cat.
What's his name?
I don't even know.
Conrad?
Conrad?
Carson?
I don't know. Name the cat in the comments. Give it a name.
So, UK Prime Minister, so...
Yeah, Liz Truss
left.
For like 46 days.
Left.
And then Rishi Sunak.
So how does that work? Okay, she leaves. They didn't even have an election. And
No,
the
Conservative Party elects someone.
Why is that? Because they're in power?
Yeah.
Is their shit kind of similar to us? I used to kind of look into it, but I forget.
Yeah, kind of.
They have two houses, House of Commons, House of Lords.
Yeah.
Okay, so ours is probably modeled on them in some sense, maybe that way. It's probably a little different, right?
They have a bicameral system like we do.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting, dude.
Yeah. So they basically appoint whoever they want. They appoint, whoever. Look at this.
Through popular vote?
No, I think it's a vote within their own party. Kitty, what are you doing? Look at him. Man.
That phone reflection or something, maybe recording, like, puts off, like, a thing that she can see. I don't know.
You think so?
No.
It might be my case.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know how that would work, but Rishi Sunak, he was the original front runner before Liz Truss, and then Liz Truss kind of took over, and then...
Why'd she leave? Her budget plan was poop?
Yeah, she said her economic plan caused turmoil or some shit, so she just stepped down, and then Rishi's in there.
Well, she gets a free, I think, $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude. People just are crazy. Like, that's even an option. She just
Yeah.
All right. Well, everyone's probably dogging her. Like she couldn't.
Well, I guess
take
she
it.
went down in Downing Street and announced.
Yeah, I did see that when she walked out. But yeah, dude, I think Boris he unfairly pretty much got let go probably over the Ukraine shit. Honestly, and the other political stuff, the COVID stuff was a real bad look. That was stupid. We all knew they were doing that.
Yeah, he fumbled the bag.
Yeah, he fumbled the bag pretty much, but he was I'd say he probably did it at least decent. But they've had a lot of turmoil since that Brexit stuff, them leaving the EU and the economic zones. That stuff's very intricate, with the trade and
oh yeah,
it's tough.
Wonder if they're gonna go back.
I think a lot of them countries are gonna break out and do their own thing if this war doesn't escalate or unite them, because you already got Germany. They're
we didn't talk
gonna
about
run out
Germany.
of fuel.
Yeah, Germany's gonna have to come with us.
Yeah, they're our boys. France, Italy though, I think just close to Russia, but I think they'd rock with us.
Yeah, they'd have to.
They're more of that thinking. They don't want. Do they want to be subjected to anyone?
No. Yeah, it's really Russia, China, and a couple other.
I don't think it's possible anymore. This is what I'd be thinking the way about it is, I don't think it's possible I think the numbers of populations are so big nowadays, and also just the capabilities, unless you really beat their army and strategically get them, you can't roll over countries like the old days.
Yeah.
Where you're just throwing bodies at it.
Yeah.
I just don't think it works like that anymore, but I could be wrong. Or else why wouldn't Russia have succeeded, right? They sent over 200,000 soldiers. They sent all their helicopters, all their tanks, this and that. And
nothing.
This ragtag army pretty much is held down with our help.
Yeah.
Something, you know what I mean? It don't make sense. But the Soviets back in the day and us, we should just roll over stuff.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Well.
Tough times ahead.
Buy ammo. Buy some gold, buy some silver.
Join the lab.
Learn
how to buy ammo. Buy some silver, buy some gold.
Don't buy it with your credit card. Don't buy it with a bank card. Pay it in cash.
Buy dividends.
Buy it all. Buy something. Hold on to it. Hopefully it appreciates. Join the lab. Follow Let's All Lift. Follow Let's All Bank. Follow the Let's All Talk Pod.
You choose,
of course. And then by now the other episode's dropped. So go check out that one. We talked to the insurrectionist, one of them. That's an unfair label, I think. He was there. He didn't do anything.
I'd say a witness.
Yeah, I'd say a witness.
To J6.
But if it was them, they call him an insurrectionist, right? Because he was there, he was, Yeah. But it was an interesting...
That was a riveting talk.
Yeah, it was different.
Yeah, definitely one of our best, and it's definitely going to be interesting and something to look out for.
Yeah, so go peep that. We'll have another episode too. We're about to record a little bit more current events at the same time. But, yeah.
Take care.